Thank you.
But I love it. You know, you got to have those serious emotional conversations. I remember you guys had a big problem with somebody being.
Well, it wasn't that.
I'm not going to say who it was.
The person wasn't too mean. They were just fucking insane.
Well, but she would yell at people, right? Wasn't that the whole thing?
Well, yeah, that was the issue. But I mean,
you know,
meanness didn't really factor into it. It was just more of that.
Well, I think she made people feel bad. Isn't that basically what
all right,
being
fair
mean
enough,
is?
fair enough. Fine.
If you mess up once in a video game and you let your tank die, and she's like, "Are you an idiot?" You know, like, come on, man.
That was a constant. That was a constant issue that we had with this said persons.
All right, we got heroes.
Trent's had enough of the WoW talk.
Toxic WoW guild.
It's time to get in.
First pick, Wind Ranger. Interesting game though. That first banning triplet, clutch.
Boombox have valued the hero forever.
Yeah, and he played it really well yesterday. Plus, it's just super. It was way stronger than I thought it was going to be yesterday. Like level 2 Crystal Nova.
She's on the rise.
All right,
yeah, she's coming back.
All right, I dig. I like it. Beastmaster though, I think he's a very safe opener. So a lot of options to pair him with, but great vision, great initiation. Big fan indeed.
5 seconds.
They paired the Skywrath Mage. I haven't seen it in a while. Like the Beastmaster Sky Lane that we used to see all the time. Feels like it doesn't happen anymore for some reason.
I don't know. It's still pretty good.
What?
Oh, here we go. All right, so guys, the Lich Enigma dual lane. Hear me out here.
Oh my god.
How can you win a lane if there is no lane?
Dude, that's like you're laning against nobody.
There's no lane. There's no creeps.
You figured it out.
Lich Enigma. It's coming.
It could happen. It might get banned in the next phase, considering how highly people value Enigma, apparently.
Well, I don't think it'll be this game because they have a Beastmaster too.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying for the future.
Well, listen, it could be a Beastmaster safe laner mid. I mean, we saw a Beastmaster mid yesterday. I mean, you know, you never know.
All right, Ma, you're crazy.
I know. I am crazy indeed. That was only because of the Brood Mother. That's not going to happen. Probably.
Can I just say, Lich is a hell of a hero. His ultimate is so annoying. It is one of the most annoying, like, underrated ultimates in the game. Because, like, the way you generally want a team fight, it is so stupidly punishing when Lich just gets off this ultimate some games. It just, like, wins team fights in the mid game for you.
You're actually right about that. And I think the armor, which is better now against the Witch Doctor, is also easy to underestimate, but adds a lot of survivability. Adds a shitload of survivability powers. Death Ward. Try that extra.
I'm a fan of Ice Armor. I'm a fan of Lich in general. It doesn't ever like. I don't think I've seen it. Did it get picked at all for you guys in the qualifiers for your regions and stuff like that?
Not in China.
I saw the last time I saw Lich was Vici at Super Major. Tried it 2 games in a row to kick off the tournament and lost both of them with Lich Treant. So.
Oh, double armor strategy, huh?
Yeah, I think they were going for the double armor / double. Hey, if this goes long enough, we can heal and armor our towers. Level 25 Lich plus living armor. How can you destroy our buildings?
Dude, that talent is actually insane. If you can make it to 25 on Lich, everyone has like 50 health regen.
Yeah.
Good luck killing our build. Killing.
It happens occasionally too because Lich is a support that will have a lot of experience. The sacrifice all the time.
Yeah.
So if the game goes on long enough, and he's also a hero that, like you mentioned, Trent, he will get kills. That's just the nature of him. He's such a great support because he does scale to do some damage.
10 seconds remaining.
I believe. Arc 1 banned out now.
5 seconds.
I do like the Witch Doctor pick here too, just because they banned out the Warlock. I think just kind of watching over for those sustain position 5s, and Witch Doctor is the second best one.
Yes.
So you have this really annoying spam of the axes, and then you have the spam of the Lich too. So you kind of need someone to try and hold down that lane, or else you're going to be in a lot of trouble if your carry is even like slightly susceptible to harass. But PL is also still left in here.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Yarr.
Who would have thought?
Banning out those cheap heroes.
They even banned the Tinker and the Void. Oh my god, Clutch. What were you thinking? Oh no.
There's still other heroes, you know. You have heroes like Ember Spirit against Phantom Lancer. It's not the worst thing in the world. Dude, I want to talk about Lich. I think this hero is extremely underrated. Not only do you like just eat range creeps and tilt the enemy, but you hit 6 so much faster than every other support. And I bet you if Chain Frost had like a floating disco ball cosmetic or something, people would actually be like, they'd give it more respect. You know, it's
I
not the
agree.
flashiest of ultimates, but it hits you when you're running at 100 move speed, and it does so much damage.
Oh my god. And you're just stuck next to someone and you can't move, and it's just the most frustrating thing.
Yep.
And that's just when it's not even comboed with something. You know what I mean? Like, there are plenty of AoE abilities that a single 2-man stun, and then the Chain Frost comes out and you just lost a fight. And plus, you know what's also sick? You know, you're playing this position 4 hero, and you're like, oh man, I'm level 3 at 10 minutes. This really sucks. Oh wait, my position 5's a Lich. He doesn't need the tome. I'm getting that tome every single game. So nice.
So what do you guys think about a little Magnus PA action to try to deal with PL?
Why not Magnus Ember?
Why not Magnus Troll?
Why not Magnus PA and Ember?
Wow.
I know, I'm crazy. It could work.
You're a goddamn hero, man.
I know. Listen, people have told me, especially today.
Yeah, I can't argue with the Ember. Magnus, all right.
Like, Ember versus PL was one of the most common matchups we saw in the EU qualifiers. It was literally every game because Anna would play Ember Spirit for OG, and then whatever team would pick, or they would have it like a PL before they picked him. Oh my god.
Dude, it's the Vici strat. The Lich Treant.
It's back, baby. Trent, are you excited for this, dude?
I thought they were going to pick Clockwork or Nyx Assassin, actually.
Shocking
we'll
Ember
get the
Spirit
Ember.
pick here for Clutch Gamers.
Yep. Definitely here, like Brax was mentioning. So why Treant here? I was honestly thinking something like Zeus that could interrupt the Witch Doctor, maybe break the Magnus Blade Dagger. What's the game plan with Treant?
10 seconds remaining.
Well, we have the resident Trend Protector here.
That's true. Sorry, I was actually just snipping it and highlighting it to tweet at Sunsfan because he was really upset watching all of those Lich Treant games. It made him physically ill.
Oh no,
to
not
see these two
physically ill.
heroes. Yeah, no, he was real mad. But I mean, it's kind of what Brax said earlier. The double armor strat. I mean, there's certainly some argument to that. A little bit of sustain. Treant is like this bounty hunter hero who, like, if you're trying to split push on the side lanes as Ember, it is actually a little bit dangerous against someone like the Treant, because he'll just pop out of the trees and stun you. But he'll be scouting for like a roar. I feel like they need like an invoker last pick or something to like capitalize on the roar and capitalize on the Treant. And then it's also a decent matchup mid versus the Ember. That's kind of, but then you have like Invoker PL. I don't know. I feel like that's what they need though.
I kind of agree. They need something in the mid that can take off, also capitalize on the. They could like a Storm's maybe great against it.
What happened to Storm, man? Does he get picked anymore?
Saw him a lot in our qualifiers.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, tons of Storm.
Tons of Storm.
So weird how it's so different between the regions. God, it's so crazy.
He
actually
didn't look incredible in every game. There are definitely some games that were lost with Storm picks, but he was a great 5th pick at the beginning, and then as the turn went on, he's higher priority. Out.
I don't know how you ran these drafts together for Clutch Gamers, especially. I'm curious as to where they're going to lane the Ember Spirit. And Magnus will probably go like an off-lane dual lane with a Wind Ranger, which is cool.
Gay's a pretty safe ban, and they will pick up Lina.
Which is good. Like, well, if you send the Ember mid and then you get Lina picked for Execration, then you just get dumpstered. So they pick the Lina, which means they send her mid, and you don't have to deal with that as the Ember Spirit, which is nice.
Fuck.
Ooh. Okay. That is definitely someone who can be active in everything in terms of like working with Roar and working with Treant Protector, but it doesn't have that same like mid to late game dominance of like the Invoker if you actually get online.
Well,
but you also have the same risks of not getting online.
So these last picks are really interesting. Carl is one of the best pucks I've seen in a while. I think Brax, you would probably agree with this. I think
Carl's the man. This guy is really good.
He's super good on this hero. So it's a comfort pick, number 1. And number 2, I think it fits pretty well for this team. I'm excited for this Execration draft. Not to say that, like, Ajit's Lina is just as good as Carl's puck, too. So I'm excited to see how this goes, actually. And Gabby Ember Spirit is another thing to think about, too.
I don't know. I really don't know. This is such an draft from Execration. I certainly think it can work, but clutch draft feels a bit more conventional.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of like the whole Magnus +1, like relying on the cleave and everything. At least I guess Ember has some natural cleave anyway to deal with PL, so perhaps that'll be enough. But I kind of feel like that Execration are going to get a good enough lead. They'll use the interview store to actually siege some buildings. I see them doing it. I see them taking it.
Yeah, I'm with that. I think I have to. I think they'll be able to play around this Beastmaster and set a tempo that'll be hard for. We shall see. Winner bracket finals. That means winner goes down to lower bracket. Winner guaranteed top 2.
So we'll see who takes this particular first game in this best-of-3 series. Brax, what are you thinking? We heard from Trent and Andrew. What do you think about this particular draft for Execration? What do you think about their chances in general for this first game?
It's a bit wonky with the Lich Treant for sure, especially against like an Ember Spirit Lina combo, where a lot of it's magic damage to begin with. But I have faith in Execration. I think these guys are really good and extremely underrated. And I would have liked to see what they could have done in the TI qualifiers if they made it that far.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they didn't. But they're here, so.
Yeah, they've got another opportunity to show themselves off. I agree with you completely. I flew into LA and the SEA qualifier started the night that I came in, and I had realized that the open qualifiers were done, and I was really bummed out to see that neither of these teams made it. Both teams that came out of the top of the group stages here in MPGL, a tournament which has gone on for a pretty long time now, they didn't make it. Meanwhile, Grims, he might not make it back to his side of the river. In fact, he is almost certainly dead. The Shackle Shot came out at level 1 for Boombox, which is unusual, but it will secure him first blood for himself, which I think is really maybe worth the trade-off instead of having that win run level 1 here for Brax.
Yep, good stuff. So the Treant has Nature's Guise level 1. This is pretty normal. It's a bit awkward when you lane with Beastmaster, though, because he does cut down the trees with the axes. So usually you see lots of points into Leech Seed because it's just so good for 2v2 laning.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the whole Necrolite thing, You're taking away health and you're healing at the exact same time, so there's a big HP swing.
Is it really that big of an issue? The Wild Axes they cut down the trees, but if you can aim it, well, all right, well, I stand correct. I mean...
You see what I mean? Like, you can aim it, but it does limit your options here.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a little awkward, but they can find it. They can make it work, I would imagine. All right, you know what?
Yeah. You see what I mean?
They're literally just using my quote against me now. I've made to be looked like a fool after that. Thanks.
There's also 4 heroes in this lane that are going to be eating tangos from those right side trees too, so they're slowly gonna, disappear and stuff.
He has like 2 or 3 trees to work with in this like area that Treant Protector makes his home. Like this is his bread and butter right here. You know what I mean? And that's just gonna be gone. And like, even this over here is just now dwindling down, and they'll just drop sentries. They get both of them. That's way better for Execration. Really good that the sentry gets taken down. So they're going to try to go on to Yol and Uwe, respectively. Uwe is going to go ahead and TP and does so smartly. He does have to go home, which means that he's not going to be farming in this lane for a little bit. And Yol just tangos up, and he's got Voodoo Restoration, so he's fine. And this is the problem. If you can't get a kill in this lane, the regen is going to be really nice, especially if he levels up the Voodoo Restoration as well.
Yep. This is an actual PL game where he has notable counters in the game, right? You have Magnus AoE, not only the Empowered, but RP for control, and Ember Spirit as well. Probably one of the hardest counters against PL. Like, Trent was saying in the last series, PL is one of these heroes where he
What is happening in this mid lane? Carl just dove and got the kill, and then that was at the tier 2 tower.
Dude, look at how much more gold Carl got.
All right, he's...
And he got experience, too, so he's almost like... He's more than half a level ahead because of that. And he has this next wave coming in, too.
Carl is loving life. Gigantic. That is an insane kill that I did not think was going to be that big. And why were they there at the tier 2 of all things? I wish I was watching earlier.
Dude, this is where the big plays come out, Plays like that go a long way when you can make them on land like that.
Yeah, Lina versus frickin' Puck. I didn't think it was going to be that interesting, but they are 2 highly skilled heroes, 2 highly skilled players, as Grims gets taken down in the top lane by Gabby with the Flame Guard. So, yes, they will lose out on their Lina, but they're finding kills elsewhere. And Carl continues to try to go toe-to-toe with Ajit. The phase shift plays are coming out, but Ajit's giving him the auto attacks. Uh-oh, Carl, now they turn it around. Ajit hits a nice LSA. The orb comes out, not at the right time. And with phase shift down, that's an easy kill for Ajit in that mid lane.
all of a sudden this 6 CS Lina has space to work with. I don't know if you noticed, but Puck had more than double Lina's CS there.
Yeah.
That's pretty
It
ridiculous.
was almost double net worth, too, and then the Puck died, and then things got a lot more even.
Yep, some good manners coming out, Carl. You know, appreciating the magnificence
The nice
of the player,
play,
tipping
yep.
him.
I bet these players know each other really well. I would assume, anyway. Like, both
Yeah.
of these teams, in fact, they play each other probably so damn often in scrims and whatnot that this, they got to be pretty... They got to know each other. I don't want to say they're going to be friends because, I don't know. You know, well, a lot of time, Dota players maybe not the best for friends, but they definitely know each other. That's for damn sure. Anyway, the Puck does have double null tally. Lina just picked hers up, and that was kind of why maybe she was falling behind a little bit. I think Puck in general just a better auto attack. I mean, Lina's really good because her range and the animation is good, but Puck has so much damage with his double null tally that he just has a way better matchup in that lane, I think, for the most part.
He also has the the kill threat advantage. Like when he hits 6, that coil is very threatening for Lina, especially when any other hero rotates in.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's going to be pretty big. It's not like Witch Doctor can come mid and cast the Puck. You know, something has to go horribly wrong for that.
Yeah, they won't be able to... they are putting in a lot of damage to Carl, though, but... I want to keep my eyes on mid because they will probably go for that kill when Carl does hit 6. Conversely, Ajit could also try to go for something with his Laguna Blade when he does get it. In fact, they're just manning up on each other right now. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Waiting Rift comes in, Illusory Orb, but Carl is taking a lot of damage. Stick Charge comes out. Fairy Fire as well. Fairy Fire about to be used for Carl. He's really holding on to it, actually. Ajit pops a salve. He does Fairy Fire just to make sure he doesn't die to a Dragon Slave or some errant auto attack that comes through. This is a ballsy mid-lane matchup. I don't know if I've seen a lane like this where two players just go toe-to-toe completely, you know, with reckless abandon in a lane like this.
Dude, they're both pushing each other to the limits, trying to, you know, kill each other. It's nice to see.
Bottom, Skylark is going to be forced to TP successfully, in fact. One more auto attack would have done it potentially, but he not quite in time. Meanwhile, Uwe, the other offlaner, are going to get caught and killed. Gabby continues to put in a lot of work in this top lane. He has 31 CS. He has 3 kills. Of course, the killing spree coming out. That's a very good start for this Ember Spirit, and it's kind of disconcerting for Execration, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Puck... Honestly, Puck threw his gigantic lead over the Lina, right? Like, now they're both even CS. He had almost a full level over the Lina, and then he happened to get solo killed after the Arcane Rune. Like, if Puck manages to just hold that lead, he's going to hit 6, then it's a super easy gank for any hero in the game to just walk mid and kill the Lina. Then all of a sudden, you have this gigantic snowball Puck problem, but now you have to deal with this Beastmaster who is very easy to kill in lane, especially once Ember hits 6. And then you also have this Magnus lane he's basically free farming, and it looks like he's going for the Vanguard build, very, very common nowadays, or at least just the casual ring for now.
He's got the Arcane Boots in his quick buy, but I'm assuming he will finish it at some point. Grims is even going to rotate bottom because I think he knows top is going to be tough. They shackle up the Lich, almost killing him under the tower, but he will be fine for now. The Leech Seed comes in. Nando not going for the kill, only level 1 Spirit Lance. He does have a Mango if he wanted to try to go for Skylark, but Skylark could just TP out again. He also has a Skewer available as well. And this bottom lane, I mean, you're absolutely right. Skylark is getting great farm. Beastmaster's died like 3 times now, and Skylark has yet to die once. So they're doing a great. And they also, they almost had the Skewer. The Shackle should have out, but Grim should be fine. But yeah, pretty good start, I would say, for Clutch Gamers. They have a 1K lead, and even the Lina is caught up and is actually ahead of the Puck right now in terms of net worth.
Yep, I'd say the big thing is this safe lane from Clutch has a lot of kill potential. And that gives them something to play off of. Like, Beastmaster basically has the jungle, and that's going to free up the lane for Witch Doctor to rotate wherever he wants. He can help protect the mid lane. Lich is getting his deep wards down. Very nice through the smoke, so they're going to be undetected. But yeah, in Execration, they don't really have that same kill threat. Like, it's on the Puck, but support duo, Lich Treant, not exactly the greatest mid-ganking duo in the game. So probably Puck's going to have to rotate somewhere for a kill, unless he can pull off a solo kill somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're quite limited in their options.
Yeah, and it feels like Clutch can do so much more, especially when they get their levels. Like, I guess once you... Does the Ember Spirit just start rotating around, or is it just farm? I mean, I feel like you want to kind of battle on this hero, because he can do so much with only, like, treads and even, like, a Maelstrom. You do so much with just experience on the Ember Spirit, so maybe you want to get involved, potentially, or does he just stay in farm top?
Nope. When you're a safe laner and you have this much of a lead over your opponent, you want to sit there and just hold the lead as long as possible because denies means so much.
That was a great shackle shot from Boombox. I think he was yeah, he had an invisor, and that is why that happened. He walked mid, and then he just shackled the puck to the creep here. They hit the LSA, they Lagooned the puck, and then that's that. And now they're putting pressure on the tier 1 tower mid lane.
Very nice. Yep, and look at that. Beastmaster against the Ember Spirit. No way he could lane that. Ember has 3 levels on him.
Suddenly, I'm starting to feel very bad about this draft for Execration. I think for good reason too, my friend.
Yeah, the support duo in Lich Train, if you can make it like past the lane phase, you have this very strong team fight defensive duo that can delay the game for an extremely long time. But your rotations on these 2 heroes are not great, right? It's very one-dimensional in what you're trying to do.
I mean, the trade-off is that you have the good armor between the 2 of them, like the ice armor, the living armor, but more importantly, you have like Chain Frost with the overgrowth. You have good ultimates if you can get to that point in the game, but that's not anytime soon. Nando might be dead, actually. He does get Malefice. The ice armor comes out. He should be fine. He has 5 sick charges. Skylark's trying to bait something out. He doesn't have RP yet. They're looking to do some damage to Lumic. Nobody has 6 here. They will start hitting up Skylark with the auto attack of the Nature's Guys. He's just going to skewer himself to safety and say, I don't want to go too far into this fight. And I think they're happy with that. They zone out Nando and they will back themselves up for now.
So, Nando's having a pretty decent game. You know, he's got the highest net worth on his team. It doesn't really compare to the Ember at the moment, who's miles above everyone else. But I'm interested to see how much impact he can really have when he gets to like Diffusal Blade and Heart, just because there's so much AoE control from Clutch. Like, it's a whole different game when there's like that much locked on. Haste the Coil on the ult, but is he alive?
Wow, he's just alive? No, he's dead.
Yeah.
The Dream Coil break.
Yep, does 300 damage when it breaks.
Yeah, Yol has not that much HP, 600, so that's like half of his life with the TPs, and it breaks, and the well even, it doesn't matter. Nice kill, but that's just coil for, you know, Witch Doctor. And Carl's still getting kind of destroyed by Ajit in terms of, like, he's taking a lot of damage. Like, net worth-wise, they're even, but every time Carl comes back to lane, Ajit just throws out a Dragon Slave, and if he hits an LSA, he just kills him, essentially.
Yep, he just pushes him off the wave over and over, and then runs around, farms the jungle, gets runes. He has complete control over the mid lane. And, yeah, you know, they actually haven't been able to force this Magnus out of lane at all. Like, Clutch have complete control over the off lane at the moment.
And this is without him having a Vanguard, too. They're going to try to maybe go for an RP here. Skylark's thinking about it. There it is. And the Shackle Shot to boot. And power comes out. Nando's not dead yet. 2 auto attacks. The Leech Seed almost saved him, but wasn't able to do so in time. Nice RP usage. That's going to get him up to 900 gold. He is not going to build into the Vanguard first. He will instead just go straight into the Blink Dagger. But a nice kill nonetheless, and this makes it so that the Ember Spirit continues to get this giant. Look at the Ember Spirit. He has a full Maelstrom at like 11 minutes, and he's just super far ahead of everybody else at this point of the game.
He is so strong.
Well, at least they roared down the Wind Ranger. I don't think they really care, though, for Clutch Game. I don't think they're really that worried about it. Meanwhile, double Remnant. Nando is about to die twice. The Death Ward comes out. Oh, he mismicroed it. And Nando might actually live. That would have been a huge kill, because he TP'd back to that top lane. If he, you know, dies, he respawns. He doesn't get anything. Although he needs to be careful. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to be... Wow, that is such a turnaround from almost dying twice to getting a kill onto a Witch Doctor. And I know it's just a Witch Doctor, but it's still something instead of just losing everything.
Yeah, it's about the momentum, right? Bringing it back. You don't want your PL to have to die after he TPs straight to a lane. You know, that's how you end up farming nothing over a span of like 2 minutes. So it's extremely important to be able to pick that up. Yeah, so Puck stops by for the Veil first, and now he's going for Blink, so it's going to take him a bit longer to actually have that reliable initiation. Like the coil, it's still good, but it's not quite as good as the Blink coil, where you can find heroes like Ember Spirit.
Yeah. Feels like they just have, like, they have his initiation, but I don't know if they're going to want to rely on it. It's pretty much him and Roar, or not. Yeah, it's him and Roar, essentially. I guess they could go for an Overgrowth if they have the Nature's Guys going, but it feels like it's really tough for them to find engagements right now.
Yep, it is for sure. So
they will try to push mid as bottom is getting pushed. Focus fire for Boombox is up. All right, I looked away half a second. They kill a Yol Witch Doctor. Great.
That's the Chain Frost.
Did it come out? Really?
Yep, he threw the skull at him.
Missed it. I'm a little sad. That sucks. Grimm's is Overgrowth, too. They found IG. Nature's Guys hit. Leech Seed comes out. LSA. Carl in trouble.
Shackle.
Laguna Blade. Not enough mana. The Roar comes in. They bring down Ajit. Now Boombox on the run, but he did not get Dream Coiled. He was able to run away with a wind run. A power shot, try to do some damage on the way out. Here comes the TPs. Yols, the Ember Spirit's coming in with his Maelstrom at the ready. They need to back. They cannot afford to take this fight. Carl kind of getting baited in. Gabby's going to remnant through. They get the shackle shut off, and Carl is probably dead. Maybe not. He could jaunt away, and he's going to. They have another remnant available for Gabby, but he's a little too far away. The Veil comes out. That could have been a kill on Carl, but somehow he stays alive at the end of it. What a kill, though, bringing down Ajit, and they force the rotations as well.
Yep. Unfortunately, Gabby missed the chains after he's remnanted in, or else that was a dead puck for sure. But that's the power of the Treant right there, right? He scouts behind the tower, invis, sets up these kills where you just don't expect him to have vision, but oh boy, Gabby's got an invis rune. Beastmaster's looking mighty dead here. Yep.
Unfortunate. I've missed like 3 kills on Uwe for some reason. I don't know what's going on with me. My apologies, everybody. Yeah. So Gabby continues to get huge. He's going to work on a Lincoln Sphere, which is very good considering really Roar and the Waning Rift are the only ways they can lock him down, pretty much. Maybe that and Overgrowth. They do have ways of locking him down, even without Roar up. Still a 3K lead for Clutch Gamers. Magnus getting ever closer to his Blink Dagger. Very close, in fact. And when he gets that, they can really start taking fights. Ajit did go down, but his Yules is still done. It's going to fly out right now. It just connects with him. They're going to push top, and maybe they'll set up with this. Lumic has his Chain Frost up, but by the time everybody gets up here, it's already going to be dead. Tower's gone.
Oh, Blink RP.
Double Remnant. They get the kill onto the Beastmaster yet again, and the Death Ward comes out, which I don't even think they needed to kill that Treant Protector.
Man, the Chain Frost disappeared because Ember Spirit actually dodged the Overgrowth with Sleight of Fist. That could have been much, much better for Execration.
Rough. You hate to see it for the Lich.
Yep. You know, that's like his one moment to shine, and he's like, alright guys, I ate a lot of creeps. Time to throw out the Chain Frost and do things, and then that's that.
That's why playing that
Very
hero
sad.
can be so bad, especially in the pro scene, is like you hit your R button and one of 2 things happens. You either become a god or you just get owned by RNG, or not even RNG, just, you know, good skill on the other side. Mostly RNG though, based on the bounces. That's the thing, like it's a super RNG heavy hero, which there's not a lot of in Dota, surprisingly, actually, I think for the most part. Well, I don't want to get into that. Maybe there is.
There's a bit. There's a bit for sure. But Clutch Gamers, they smoke up, but it was on awards, so they've seen all 4, but it doesn't even matter. Oh, pucks out. Took a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, they want to dive behind the tower, though. Gabby still has remnants. He actually bought a Blink. Gabby is so farmed, my god, and he just blows up Carl. That's a dominating spree taken by him. Lumic should be dead, too. Sleight of Fist, he got the Maelstrom proc. Did you see how much damage that did when the proc came out?
Exploded.
That poor
like
Lich.
400 damage nuke.
He had no chance. Of course, the Lich only has like 800 HP, but still. Dead anyway.
You know, I don't see a lot of Magnuses, like teams that play Magnus that win the early game. Like, usually that lane's kind of like a wash at best. You know, you're never going to really dominate, but if you can farm, that's enough of a win. But these other 2 lanes went so well that, I mean, they're just not fightable. Like, this Ember Spirit is gigantic. He's level 14. He can blink in on anyone. And that's set up for, like, a Blink RP, Blink Skewer, even a Power Shot. Like, there's so much follow-up just off the chains.
This is, like, the perfect timing for Ember Spirit, too. We talked about this a lot at the EU qualifiers for the hub, but really all you need to be successful as an Ember Spirit is levels and a Maelstrom. You add an extra item on top of that, you're just even better than you were previously. He does a lot of damage just with the Maelstrom, as we just saw against the Lich. So this is essentially his perfect timing window. Yes, he would like to have more farm, but he can easily take over the game for Clutch Gamers, and he has taken over the game for them so far in this game. But Yol, he's gonna get caught out and killed potentially. Do they still take this fight? They get off the shack shot into the Beastmaster. They're looking for the RP. They get it onto 3. What an RP. Gabby comes in and destroys everyone. The Chain Frost comes out. It's going to tickle them at best. It's 4 dead for Execration. Nando nowhere to be found. He's in the tree line trying to stay alive. No TP scroll for 50. He will doppelganger his way to safety, but the damage has already been done. Clutch Gamer is now up 8K after that fight.
Good God, that's Execration smoking into them as well, and everything just goes wrong. Clutch, they're already grouped up, ready for the play, and I don't know what you do at this point of the game. Like, Puck, until you get Yules, just dies to Ember Spirit over and over. Like, the chains destroy you. It's very hard to play against, especially when Ember has this good of a start.
This Ember Spirit is destroying, and he's only going to continue to destroy. If he gets the Lincoln Sphere, I don't know how he ever died. Like, they have to hit a good Waning Rift or a good Overgrowth on him in order to kill him. And I'm sure he'll probably even get more defensive options, like an Aeon Disc at some point, maybe even a BKB if he wants to go down that road. So they have everything going for them for Clutch Gamers now. They'll probably try to take some extra towers, some extra objectives, but we're going to see a second smoke in a row for Execration in a row. They just did this, and they fought with it, and they died. They'll try again. Boombox is going to be the target, and he'll probably be the kill as well. He has the win run going, but he will get dropped by the Wild Axes as well as the Loser Orb. They're going to have the Death Ward on the other side. They take down the PL. Carl's going to pop the Dream Coil. Ajit standing. Skylark, no use of that RP. It's not up. Overgrowth comes in. Good Yule Scepter. Carl's still diving. Axe is coming in. Ajit's dead. Nice. And they're just taking a really big fight for Execration, so they get some of the gold back. They might even get this tier 2 tower along with it.
All right, Execration. You know, even though they lose that team fight, they didn't use any big cooldowns, and they just go right back at it. They still have the roar up, and the other spells came back up, like the coil. Everything's good to go.
Ranuve, he has Shadow Blade. And then they baited it. Carl jumped back in. And they just got like 4 kills out of that.
Yeah, but here comes Ember.
Yeah, Lumic's dead, but who cares? Whatever. Boombox will also find the Tree and Protector, but it doesn't really matter. It's just the support's falling. They got a lot out of that. They're able to back up. The thing is that Nando died at the beginning of that fight, so that fight could have gone even better. Had he stayed alive, he would have gotten all of that experience, all that gold, and that would have been way better for them.
The last time Nando played PL, he was always on the sidelines, just split pushing and farming while the engagements happen. This time he happens to get caught out before it even starts, so it's a lot of wasted time, and also he's not getting gold for the kills that they are managing to get. So he's not really able to accelerate, and Ember Spirit is basically, he's already out of control. He's got the Radiance queued up after the Lincoln Sphere. That's when things get ridiculous. And oh boy, he just used Doppelganger. Oh, whiffs the stun though.
He's alive. Ajit misses the stun, and he's good to go. Still, though, you're right about the Ember Spirit. The Radiance is an interesting choice that I don't think I've seen that much recently. But Yole's dead. They got a nice roar on him with the Shadow Blade. So Ajit's coming back down. Nando and Grims are nearby. Grims is going to find him.
Shines. Yep.
Yule Scepter available. Ajit's kind of alone right now. He's way alone, actually. There's nobody anywhere near him. There's no reason for him to be up here. He just gets killed. They were smoking. They backed up to smoke, and they could have been down there. Gabby jumps in. He's looking for Uwe. Uwe does have a Shadow Blade. Power Shot comes in. They pop the Carl double damage. Skylark does have RP. Won't be able to find a target. If he uses it on Nando, I think that's fine, and he might do so. He can't quite get to him. Oh, they chase after an illusion now. They do find the right one, finally. And they will secure that kill. Double kill for Gabby.
Oh boy.
Beyond Godlike, he's about to get a triple kill. Lumic is probably not long for this world. Slay the Fist comes out. That'll secure the kill. They even hit the dust onto Grims, and now he's stuck in a tree line. Shackle shot into a tree. And Gabby's going to try to make his way into this very tight, confined space. And he'll find himself an ultra kill almost certainly, and he does. The only person not at that fight for Execration was Carl, so one good fight, one bad fight, and then all of a sudden Clutch Gamers back in. Well, they were in control. They're even further ahead in control now for them. Game.
I've never seen an Ember Spirit this far ahead in net worth compared to everyone else in the game. Like, this is a hero with so much cash that when you are this far, there's just no escaping, you know? You have so much mobility in these team fights where you can just hop around and kill everyone. He's also so fun with the Lincoln Sphere that he's not just going to get bursted, and Carl, you know, he might die to this.
I swear to God, they've used so many Dream Coils and Roars for supports in this game. Like, Boombox and Yule have been the targets for all of these ganks. They have yet to kill the Ember Spirit. And they just continue to own. And Boombox now with a Blink Dagger. He's got the Dust Shackle shot to a creep. Uwe is certainly dead here. Ajit, he's been having a great game. He gets a double kill. He's still 5,000 behind his teammate. But my God, are they crushing it. It's a 10K lead. feel like we're going to see another stomp, and really it already has been a stomp for the most part.
Yeah. Yol has 8 deaths, and Execration only have 14 kills. You know, this is your 5 position Witch Doctor. Nobody cares if he dies. Well, except maybe him, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's actually insane. Like Skylark and Yol, or not even Skylark, excuse me, Boombox, Ajit, and Yol, but mostly Yol. Those are the deaths for your team, essentially. Yep. It's actually insane. You're getting so little out of these kills. Like, killing Ajit's nice, but they've only done it a few times, and everybody else is... Skylark and Gabby have yet to die this game. Not just the Ember Spirit, but Skylark as well not dying is pretty significant. And now he has a Crimson Guard. Not only that, they also pick up the Lincoln Sphere, and Gabby's still well on his way to his Radiance. They get Roche, they get Aegis, they have a double damage rune. They should just fight. In fact, they might because of the Dream Coil coming out for Carl. Power Shot comes in. Gabby, a 2-man Sleight of Fist. He blows up Lumic before he gets a chance to throw out the Chain Frost. Carl is forced to run, probably going to jaunt away. In fact, he will do so. They get a Shackle Shot into Uwe again. Looking for an RP potentially for Skylark. Not going to use it yet. Cask onto Uwe. He is almost certainly going to fall to this double damage. Gabby, Ember Spirit gets another double kill. They will push into the tier 2 tower. They're still chasing after Grims. LSA doesn't hit. That was really weird. It looks like it was going to. Shackle Shot comes out. Tram Protector will fall. Ajit finds himself another kill. They're going to push into this tier 2 tower. I think they could probably push high ground now. I'm assuming you think the same thing.
They're untouchable. Like, they still have RP, and they even have a Crimson Guard, too, in 2 seconds.
This game's over. Can I say that? I have no idea how you win this game.
You're not wrong at all.
This PL is just not going to ever be big enough to deal with Gabby in this game.
The PL in this game is so countered that even if he does have farm, like, oh, there's the RP. Just for puck, but it's worth it.
It's way worth it. Good Yules. You might actually keep him alive. Nope, never mind. Sleight of Fist comes out and he dies. So, I mean, I think you might want to call GG. I guess you could still kind of hold on for now, but you're absolutely right. Even if this PL does get farmed, it's not going to matter. The only way that this game is lost is if they throw, and I think that's why they're playing safe, and they're just going to back up. I mean, he's almost got his ratings. He literally just picked up this Lincoln Sphere. He's almost going to have his ratings now, too, Rex.
Yep, and Radiance is already an item that destroys PL in general. The miss chance is very annoying for all the illusions. You burn through the illusions very quickly. It helps you find the real PL extremely quick. And then you have Sleight of Fist with Empower. Like, the real PL is not even going to be able to stay alive at all.
Like,
this is terrible.
It's awful. It is actually awful. Man, I don't know if this is mostly... I think this is mostly a draft thing. I do think that there have been some okay plays for Execration, but they have not looked like the Execration that has been dominating this tournament so far. Gabby actually might be in trouble. He does have an Aegis, so he's fine one way or the other. He's going to Remnant and kill an Illusion with it. Nando does get to the Shrine, but he's about to get LSA. Good Doppelganger, though, keeping him alive. They're going to chase. Boombox does get off a nice blink Shackle Shot, though, and that's going to be Nando dead. The Overgrowth comes out a little too late. They're going to try to find this Aegis, and they will almost get it. They finally do with the Frost Blast from Lumic. Meanwhile, the Death Cord comes out, and Lumic's dead. Boombox is going to get roared up. He might fall, but I don't think they really care. The Witch Doctor already cleaning up on the back lines of these fights. Uwe still in trouble. Lose Your Orb coming out. Ember wants to be a little careful. He's going to try to chase after the puck. He blinks forward. Remnant again, still looking for Carl. Misses the Searing Chains. Carl should be able to get away with another orb here. And Grims does as well because of his invis, but they will push high ground again. No buyback for Nando. They still have really low death timers because they are getting destroyed. No surprise there.
That is true. That's a plus, right? That's one of those things where, you know, your support dies, he's got no gold, he's super low levels for respawns anyways. That's the entire team of Execration, but unfortunately RP is available. Just came off cooldown. And Ember Spirit is still untouchable. Like, he just went in and tanked with his Aegis.
I mean, he threw his body at that fight. Oh, the hit and LSA on the puck. Do they have Laguna? They don't have enough mana for it. If they did, he might have been dead. He is going in, and he just finds a free kill onto Lumic. Oh, my God. I know we have like a 30K lead for Keen Gaming, but this game feels more over than that game did, to be honest.
It does. And I think it's because of the just how much mobility Ember has. So, like when the fight starts bad, it continues to stay bad because he just runs you down and you get even more kills. It's like the Disruptor factor. You know, when Disruptor's winning these fights, he turns 1 kill into 2.
Yep.
Ember Spirit kind of does the same thing where he just has so much mobility and catch that he just keeps on going.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly what it feels like. He's just all over the place, essentially. Nando just can't go anywhere safely. He does have a gem on him. That's boomboxes. He is going to use the second shrine. The Laguna comes out. He's going to try to doppelganger. Can't get out. They don't know that he has the gem.
Invisible.
The gem is going to be dropped down, so I don't think they're going to find it. I think it's going to be picked up by the courier. So that's at least some good news for Execration.
Courier's coming out for it right now. They have no idea it's right there in the trees. It blends in. It's invisible.
Yeah, that was the perfect place for him to drop it, too. Carl's looking for the boombox with Wind Ranger, Dream Coils. Boombox actually power shot it, but he didn't have the range for the shackle shot. If he had broken the link, he might have died. Doesn't matter. They're going to take the racks mid anyway. They won't be able to get megas because of the tier 2 tower on the top lane, which I suppose is something for Execration. At this point, I think they're just holding on to talk about the next game. Think about what they can do better next time, but for all intents and purposes, this game is over, I think.
It's pretty over. I don't realistically see a comeback, especially with Clutch Gamers having a really strong late game lineup. It's not that their late game superior. Well, it is superior, but it's superior because their heroes counter what Execration has. Like, no matter what items this PL has, he's just going to run into this problem where his illusions die instantly.
Yep. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, this is just, you know, like Magnus Ember Spirit. Forget about the Lina. When you add the Lina into the equation, it gets harder, as we've seen.
God, these games have been super one-sided, haven't they? Like 4,000 gold leads at 10 minutes on like every single game.
They haven't been close, for sure. Well,
pretty crazy.
What are you going to do? It's just game 1. You know, it is a best-of-3 series, and it is the upper bracket as well. I know you would like to get to the grand finals immediately for these teams, but man, Clutch Gamers have turned it around. Not to say they played bad yesterday, but they did not look as good as Execration did in the first game of their series. Still, though, they get off the roar into Skylark. They're kind of taking the fight to him, but they're still going to die anyway, it looks like. They've already lost the Lich. They're about to lose Uve. The Cask will bounce through. The Crimson Guard is taking a lot of damage coming in. Power Shot comes out. Nando TP's in a nice spot, actually, and Gabby doesn't see it, so he gets to safety. Carl's going to try to orb away. Grimm's going to get Laguna'd. They should have detection somewhere. Maybe not. Grimm's going to stay safe. Not having that gem is actually pretty crucial. I think that's the one thing that could have been nice. They don't have it. Ooh, they see him, though.
Uh-oh.
Grimm's going to have the Nature's Guys back up in 2 seconds. They know he's there. LSA hits, but he's still next to a tree. They're just going to push and take the tier 2. There's no reason not to now. Oh, man. Carl got caught. That's the gem. Oh, he's got a orb back up in 2. No, he's dead. Gem?
Little gem donation there. Do they see it? It's not that.
You saw it. You saw it, lol. Oh, oh, please. Come on. Oh, and Grimm's is going to get it. Maybe? Does he go for it? Maybe not. It doesn't matter, I guess, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just one of those things. It's a little sad.
Carl does have buyback. They also pick up a Blink Dagger for the Treant Protector. They need a way to start a fight. That'll do it. That's one way to be able to actually start a fight. They have Ice Armor, so this push is taking a long time for sure, but it will eventually be a tier 3 tower. Maybe not. Skylark is going to get Chain Frost. He skewers himself away. He's actually dead, it looks like. Overgrowth comes out, although Gabby's going to try to find the back lines. He's going to kill Lumic. Lumic is now dead. Skylark will fall, yes, but the rest of them will fall because of it. That's going to be Nando down and GG called. So 32 minutes in. Probably should have been over at 20, to be honest. But what a game for Clutch Gamers, though. My God. They crushed it.
Yep. The shellacking.
I mean, it wasn't even... It was close to the beginning, which is more than I could say for that key game in the first series. But this draft did not work out the way they wanted it to. That is for damn sure.
Yep. And it all starts with the lanes. Being able to lane and having a hero that actually pressures really hard, like this Ember Spirit. Not only could nobody lane against him, but if anyone came near him, he was almost just going to dive him. And Execration didn't really